Previously on Fried Plantain.
Don't be mad at us because we not supporting the shit that he's promoting, which is saying that a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old is a woman that you need to utilize her body because she's ready to be a mother. Like, we ain't gone that far off the fucking hill. The nigga always dressed like he in a hurry to go on a cruise. And that's why he's mad that his boat show got canceled. You know, the one in Darien, they had on a boat.
What 5-year-old is drinking a Welch's grape juice out of a bottle, and you need to be as far away as you can be from children?
I gotta ask you this. I ask everybody this, but you're a very likable person. Everybody love you.
Charming.
Charming and shit. You're a great person, but I'm quite sure there's some people that don't like you.
Okay, let's address it.
I'm just asking.
Corey Holcomb was not a fan of mine. Used to be a fan. Yep. Not a fan.
Dude, that whole situation, I still don't understand what happened.
I don't understand. Here's a unfortunate.
What would happen?
I keep it gangster.
The strange thing about the Corey Holcomb saga right now is that it has slowly turned into one of the biggest ongoing storylines in the comedy world. Over the past couple of weeks, his name has been trending across YouTube, podcasts, and commentary channels for a mix of reasons: controversial jokes, arguments with other comedians, and a constant back and forth between his supporters and his critics. The latest entry in that ongoing drama comes from an unexpected place: the Funny Knowing You podcast, hosted by Dion Cole, where comedian Darnell Rawlings sat down and finally addressed his long-running friction with Holcomb.
That whole situation, I still don't understand what happened.
I don't understand. Here's a unfortunate.
What would happen?
Here's the unfortunate thing about that situation. You know my demeanor. I don't really fuck with people too much.
Right.
You see me, I'm always, I don't be fucking with nobody. Mm-hmm. And CH was one of the people that I would talk to with, distant. Mm-hmm. And then, he has a platform.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of fans that love him.
Yeah.
That love his point of view.
Hey, one of the funniest motherfuckers in the country.
He built the crowd. He got a following. I think they call him the 5150ers. Yeah. Or whatever. And they serious. Mm-hmm. So much when I go to the show, I know who they are.
Yeah.
I could look at him like, yeah, man.
You're stupid.
They be laughing at me like this. Zuh. So you're 5150, right? And then I will say, like, people can say they want to say, I have a sense of loyalty toward Dave. People can say whatever they want, Mm-hmm. He's done shit for me, I've done shit for him. As much as he gave me a platform with Chappelle's show, when he put me in the game, I scored.
Score like a mug.
So, like, that considers my brother. So, and then I just didn't understand how I felt. And I'm not going to drag this shit, but I just don't understand. Like, there's this phrase they call us, like, nigga, who asked you? Nigga, who asked you? Uh-huh. And it's like, it feels like, for the most part, in that situation, anybody that got a certain level of success, it's an issue with it. Mm. Now it's an issue. The issue is this, or this person, if he's got this, he sucked a dick. If he did this, he got.
Holcomb has a habit of suggesting that comedians who reach a certain level of success in Hollywood must have compromised themselves along the way. For Holcomb, it's part of his broader worldview that the entertainment industry is corrupt and that people who thrive inside it are playing games behind the scenes. For Rawlings, that accusation is deeply insulting. On the podcast, he pushes back strongly against the idea, explaining that his career was built through years of grinding, rejection, and hard work.
And this is what I don't understand. It's like, all these motherfuckers see the problem is, but here's the thing. You was one of the first guys accepted by the industry. You was on Last Comic Standard. You was in good grades. You had agents, you had all of this shit. You had everything that motherfuckers wanted for some kind of way. I don't know what that relationship was. Now, the same thing that you was a part of, now it's, I ain't saying fuck or suck nobody, but you know what Hollywood is. You know what I'm saying? You know it's games people play. You don't play them. Motherfuckers choose to play, they don't. Now all of a sudden it's fucked up. And anybody that has a amount of success to just put that down to like, oh, they had to do something. What about talent, nigga? You that don't account for anything? You know, I just, that not just him, but anybody. So why shit on a motherfucker? Motherfucker, get it. Okay, you can say something, well, maybe I need to change shit on what I'm doing, but then for that fan base, I'm like, oh, what you doing? Man, all that dumb shit about you got to do this or anything, anything I've gotten in life, whatever, it's been for hard work. I've heard no's. I've been rejected. I know what no feels like. I know getting this close to a bag and they said we're going in a different direction. And even when I was going through my shit with it, even like we had an incident where I was at the Laugh Factory and I was leaving. The story he wants to tell is, or Donnell knew what was going on and niggas be afraid of. No, I'm just saying like, oh, he got a problem because he had a problem with me because I was going on after him and he thought that, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that.
He repeatedly asks a simple question that cuts to the heart of the matter. Who asked you? In other words, why is Holcomb so invested in making assumptions about other people's success?
In this business, motherfuckers will tell you, I'm a hard act to follow. I'm gonna do it. Do whatever the fuck you wanna do, I'm still gonna take it a notch. You giving people, no, nigga. I was prepared to get triggered because it's the same shit. If you did this, you must suck dick. You bring your podcast shit to a platform, no, niggas ain't, and I got offended, and I did yell out at a show.
Mild sauce, my nigga, mild, M-I-L-D. You ketchup, you ain't hot sauce. Nobody agree? Nobody. So I'm wrong.
I came up in the hardest rooms in Brooklyn.
And
you
what
ain't
happened?
And you ain't never with them
You
rooms.
just yelling. Calm
Because I
down.
don't have a mic. I can talk to you straight up. You want to talk about it? You saying I'm mild. You saying I ain't come through the streets or the gutters is straight bull. You ask anybody ever see me bomb. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster.
Yeah, I seen that.
I yelled out, people, this is the bullshit. Motherfuckers say, well, you know, you're not supposed to yell out to a comic on stage. I'm supposed to give a fuck about a nigga don't got respect for nobody? Say whatever the fuck you want, you ain't supposed to yell out. I know I ain't supposed to yell out, I did.
Right.
Then you try to hit this whole, you mild. When he, on that video, I just gutted this room out. When he was like, well, he a bullshit comedian, guess what? He couldn't get nobody to ride with that.
Another major point of tension comes from Holcomb's willingness to criticize some of the most respected figures in comedy. Rawlings specifically mentions legends like Dave Chappelle and Martin Lawrence, comedians who he considers giants in the industry. Rawlings has a particularly personal connection to Chappelle. He credits him with helping launch his career and refers to him almost like a brother. So when Holcomb publicly critiques people like Chappelle or Martin Lawrence, Rawlings sees that as crossing a line.
Who the fuck asked your opinion about Martin Lawrence, nigga? You say certain shit about goats.
Yeah.
You say shit about niggas that's doing it, that ain't got time to even think about you. I'm gonna call it like it is. Dave Chappelle ain't got time to give a fuck about you standing in fucking D-Ray Monday night with 125 people in the back like this. He's smoking cigarettes for an hour and a half. He ain't funny. The nigga is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Guess what? He can go up there, and even when he's talking shit about that, if you see Dave Chappelle at D-Ray's Monday nights, it's because he want to let you know I'm accessible to niggas and I love my people.
Yes, sir.
I'm going up there to show some love and say, what's up, nigga?
Yes, sir.
Not for a nigga to be in the cut talking about he ain't that funny.
Yeah.
The fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
Who asked you, nigga?
Yeah, no.
And I'm going to tell you something. I was just in D.C., Capital One Arena. Niggas can say what they want to say about me. I do know this. When I work with Dave on Karina, ain't nobody on nobody dick up. I just know this. When these motherfuckers, this is why I know I'm part of that brand, fuck what anybody got to say. When they say you seen them on the wire, you get a couple claps. You so-and-so, you got so-and-so. But when they say you seen them as Sheila and Dave Chappelle's show,
Nuts.
25,000 people go ape shit.
What makes Rawlings' perspective interesting is that despite all of these disagreements, he still acknowledges Holcomb's talent. That duality captures the complicated relationship many comedians seem to have with Holcomb. They recognize his ability to command a crowd and deliver brutally honest observations, but they also struggle with the fallout that comes from his unfiltered approach.
I hate talking about this because I don't have no position on it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate because I consider him, I don't know what I consider him, but I respected him. I thought he was a funny guy. We have some mutual friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just, to me, it was silly. Yeah. And then even any platform, I always say, you know what, I shouldn't have yelled out or whatever, but it was frustration. You can take and spin this all you want. Yeah. When you start trying to put in the universe, Dion, we came through the same shit.
Right.
We did the crappiest, shittiest rooms, the toughest rooms. When you talk about, and I know it's bullshit, this nigga ain't funny, whatever, you can go through my history and ain't nobody gonna say that.
Dion Cole offers a slightly different perspective during the conversation. Cole describes Holcomb simply as someone who is unfiltered. In his view, there is no separation between Holcomb the performer and Holcomb the person.
Nah, and let me tell you, I can't speak for Corey. I call him C. That's my man. I can't speak for C like that or whatever. But I'm telling you, man, one thing C ain't got like he just he speak his mind, dog, right. And that's just it. You know, he an unfiltered dude. You know,
what I say is the phrase, "Who asked you?"
Yeah, I know, but at the same token, don't nobody have to.
Yeah, but
there's some people like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Certain people like that, they ain't got to ask. He gonna just say it.
Right.
Whether it's right or wrong, that's just who he is. You know what I mean? And that's his thing, and that's why he got his show, and his show is successful and everything from him speaking his mind. So what's the difference between real life and his show? Like, he's just that person. You get what I mean? And I ain't sitting here discrediting anything that anybody else is feeling.
It goes to a certain point.
I just say like that's how I see it done, you know?
It goes to a certain point. I understand controversy or everything. It goes, this could apply to anybody. It goes to motherfuckers start speaking in sound bites and triggering shit. Motherfuckers know what's gonna move the dial. Motherfuckers know going against the grain. Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? If everybody's saying yellow, he gonna say pink.
Yeah.
It's shit that you know, and that's gonna boost your algorithms and all that type of shit. But everybody don't subscribe to that shit.
Right.
And more power to him. He's got the fans that he have. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing, and he's good at it. The unfortunate thing about it was, like I say, I don't fuck with nobody. And when we went with our shit, first off, leave my fucking kid out of your fucking mouth. Leave my family out your mouth. We don't want to play those games.
Yeah.
While Rawlings seems ready to move past the drama, the situation hasn't faded away completely. In fact, it has taken on another life through the commentary of comedian Yamaneika Sanders, who recently addressed Holcomb again during the live stream. If Rawlings' tone was measured and reflective, Yamaneika's was the opposite. Her criticism was blunt, emotional, and deeply personal.
Like, really, are we like forgetting all of the nonsense that is happening in the world in order to giggle? And that's what I mean when I mention Homeboy and how we don't need him doing commentary about no 5-year-old little girl. and no 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15-year-old girls. You mean to tell me in this climate that we are experiencing that the lion's share of complaint from you is about whether a 5-year-old little girl is a whore or not? You see what I'm saying? Like, and there's one nigga jumping out the window to defend this guy. This one guy that did a video about me, and since he ain't mentioning my name, I'm not gonna mention his either. The way they jumping out the window over this situation is really disturbing.
She describes him as a low-rent, low-base figure who has built his reputation by attacking others while refusing to handle criticism himself. One of her main arguments revolves around what she sees as a clear double standard. According to Yamaneika, Holcomb has no problem sharing his opinions about everyone else in the industry. He critiques other comedians, their careers, their personal lives, and their choices. But the moment someone offers an opinion about him, the response from him and his fans becomes defensive.
A lion's share of the commentary is really about how I need to keep my mouth shut, and who am I to say anything, and who am I to have an opinion. But this is about somebody who has an opinion about everyone and everything. And anytime there was a video that just resurfaced from Just Hilarious where she was talking about how he called her a whore because she did a nude photo or something with her son. Now, I'm not going to get into the optics of whether that, I'm not here to debate whether the photo was appropriate or whatever. I don't remember the photo like that. But most certainly there's a way to make commentary about a woman without calling her a whore. But the minute you say that he's a low rent, low base, guttural piece of nonsense, now all of a sudden he got a problem with that. You can't, and this is what I'm saying, like, to debate people who are illogical is a waste of time. Because who are you debating? He's not using his brains at all.
Yamaneika also revisits a long list of personal insults she says Holcomb directed at her in the past. She recalls him mocking her appearance, calling her names, and even making crude comments about her hygiene.
Pull up a picture of Yamaneika. Wait, is she from New York?
Yes. No.
Is this another
from Boston?
This is ain't it? Don't put that up there.
Why? What the?
I just realized that's that bitch that somebody sent me something. Talking shit about me.
Just Niche killed too.
You funny as hell.
Yeah.
You can put a picture of this up there. Let everybody see this unchosen.
The way the man has a problem with the shit that I said about him, but he said some of the craziest shit you've ever heard on this earth about me. I don't know why he thought did you think I had some loyalty to you? You called me everything but a silverback gorilla. Every time you open your mouth about me, it's about how my vagina stink, how I don't know you wouldn't even know or be able to verify that. You've never fucked me. I've never offered you my pussy, nor have you asked. That's number one. Number two is always, I'm a big bag this, I'm a old bitch that, I can't fuck and get nobody to fuck me, fat bitch, old bitch. I mean, I'm a ugly bitch, I'm a untalented bitch. All of the things that he has said out of his mouth. However, when I just state facts simply, not even with real like I'm not really even going in on his appearance. Like I'll say he's the Temu version of Cam Newton, but the way I'm not really running his looks down into the ground, and it's not because it's hard to do it because he's an attractive man, because he's not. He's not attractive. He has the accoutrement of somebody to be attractive. Chocolate skin, the beard, you know, the height, but there's still something missing, and it's the attractive part.
When you step back and look at the situation as a whole, what emerges is a portrait of a comedian who has built an entire brand around being unfiltered. Corey Holcomb's success has always been tied to his willingness to say things that other comedians might avoid. That approach has earned him a passionate audience and a reputation as someone who keeps it real. But it's also created a growing list of conflicts with fellow comedians who feel that his style crosses certain lines. Donnell Rawlings represents one side of that divide, someone who acknowledges the talent but wants to keep the focus on the craft and the respect between comedians. Yamaneika Sanders represents the other side, someone who sees Holcomb's approach as reckless and believes it deserves a strong response. In the middle of it all is the broader question about where comedy is headed. As podcasts and online platforms continue to blur the boundaries between personal commentary and stand-up performance, comedians are finding themselves navigating a new landscape where every opinion, every joke, and every argument becomes part of the public record. And in that landscape, someone like Corey Holcomb, a comedian who thrives on saying exactly what he thinks, will probably always remain one of the most polarizing figures in the conversation.